What is going on? We have some Exceed action. It's been a while. It's CPAT here. It's been over a month since this tournament started, but I guess, or since I casted a match in this tournament. It's been a while. But we have a match here between Zain here on red side, bring out the Eugenia. So this is a season 1 to season 2 tournament only. So bunch of characters that you guys probably haven't seen in a while. We have Zain on the Eugenia, it's one of his classic characters, against Jalen on blue side. Bring out the Marathi. Marathi, just a wild swing character with a bunch of cards in his kit that all look the same, but she basically a bunch of sweeps in his kit. And Eugenia, kind of a discard character, very interesting. When she forces the opponent to discard, she can reveal a card from hand to deal 2 non-lethal damage. It's like we see Zain with the early prep here, bringing him up to 8, following the defend boost from Jalen. And Jalen says, "You're okay. You're going to draw up to 8. I'm going to go for the reading." Reading whiffs, however. We see a hand of 026 Absinthin Shimmer. EX Queen of Hearts. EX Queen of Hearts is a really, really good finisher for Eugenia. A little bit expensive, but Zain just crosses out. Marathi assaults in. Interesting going for the assault with the defend in play. But the obviously will miss. Eugenia just able to cross out of that. Now staying at range 3. Has a known on curve. Upset the narrow, but can mix it up with the sweep as well. So I wonder if a strike here is in the cards for Zain. Zain, we know, is a quite aggressive player. So I would not be surprised to see a strike come out here from Zain, just because like he has the mix up. Sorry, I'm just looking at this and fixing. It's been a while since I've been. It looks like second parry comes out, but the second parry whiffs. So we saw a hand there from Marathi. Did not really see what the hand was, and Zain also didn't write it down. It's only 2 cards. Sorry, it's been a long while. You can even see. I don't even think the pictures at the top, they don't look center to me. But that's okay. We'll roll with it. Maybe we'll just turn them off. We don't really need them. You guys know what characters are on the board. But yeah, early days, Eugenia's the character, especially when you get the discards in check here. You know, hanging by a thread. When she gets that transformed, you really don't want to be on a low hand size. And we see the parry come out, parry Shimmer of Madness, obviously successfully. Probably getting rid of the no normal as well. Although we do know that Zain didn't have a focus unless he top decked it. But yeah, Shimmer of Madness, it's on curve, so it's relatively easy to hit at the very least, especially on offense. We see an assault sweep mix-up here from Eugenia. Marathi, of course, can look at the top card and wild swing it, or choose not to wild swing it. We see the wild swing God of War instead. It's going to be the Ivory Ghost Impalement, which gets stunned out by the sweep. So yeah, it was the range 3 sweep. Not enough people do this as just in general. They'll play the range 3 sweep. Pops the own sweep. Pops Marathi's own sweep as well. Interestingly, didn't choose. I guess no, you can't respond to sweep with sweep, of course, because it's Eugenia, and Eugenia can. This 2 non-lethal damage can contribute to stun. So at the very least, Eugenia was unable to match, so that was only 6 damage sweep. Could have been 8 damage sweep, which would have been absolutely devastating. Looks like Marathi just going for it now. Again, going for the wild swing, draws it, and then sets another one. That's nuts. And wow, okay, it's there's some value here in that both Shivers are now down. The only issue is now you're sitting at range 6, where this Absinthin arrow is completely free. You use wild swing across as well. Jalen just going for another wild swing, and this is... He wild swings the Shadow of Death. So at the very least, If you do not have enough gauge to use this attack after it's revealed, add it to your hand and add the top 2 cards of your discard to your gauge. So Marathi just gets a ton of gauge, at the very least for his troubles, but it's 2 gauge. Unfortunately, I mean, this Wild Swing is not gonna... I mean, you're getting hit by Substance Arrow. Let's see. It's a second Shadow of Death. Okay. Okay, Marathi now suddenly has 4 gauge. Unfortunately, like... I mean, a lot of it's just going to be used as force to, like, move in after this whiffs. And, wow, that's... The Ivory Ghost Charge is actually not terrible because you can close 3 on it. So Eugenia will deal 2. Eugenia will force Marathi to draw 1 card, discard 2 cards at random, where she can, of course, perform her UA again. Drops the second copy of a Cross, and drops the... What is that? The Gyro Janja? Gash? Yeah. The slow dive, basically. And then, of course, the Ivory Ghost Charge, which was eventually Wild Swung after the Shadow of Death, will move Marathi into range 3, which is definitely better than range 6. I actually don't remember what a lot of Marathi's cards look like. I know they're like sweep shapes, but this okay. This is 1 to 2. This is a slow, close to. As Marathi spends 2 force in the form of Shadow of Death from hand to move to range 1, and then exceeds, but like spends the Ultra from gauge. I don't know what's going on there. But we'll take a look at Marathi's Exceed. Basically makes things that much more intimidating. And we see the Shadow of Death. Okay, we're not card tracking anymore, because Intimidation was played from Jalen. Both players must discard their hands, and yeah, we're not card tracking anymore. That's RIP card tracker. And we're gonna see Marathi exceed side. When you use the Wild Swing, you may pick up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. So this makes Marathi's Wild Swing just that much more consistent. I mean, his Wild Swings are already very consistent given just the general shapes that he has. And wow, Eugenia Wild Swings the Assault. Unfortunately, the Assault's going to go first, hit for 4, and then the IG Impalement's going to hit back for 7. And yeah, this card tracker is done for. We're just not going to even bother. Eugenia will just prepare again. Jalen will opt to strike from hand. That's very spicy. No, he won't. Boost the Crushing Might. So yeah, one really weird thing about Marathi, I don't know why he has this. He has like a really, really good boost kit. He has an extra fierce, he has an extra fierce, he has a swift, and he has a light. Oh yeah, and he has 2. He has 2 swifts. Like, this character has like really, really good boosts. Oh yeah, and he has this, which is, I guess, is like super overcosted, but still very good. Because Marathi's a character, right? He's Wild Swinging a lot. Doesn't really need a whole lot of cards in hand. Doesn't really need a whole lot of resources to get going. The Wild Swing Grasp. Oh no, it's the Cat's Cradle. So the Grasp will go first. We'll hit for 3. The Cat's Cradle, which is the other. Surprised not to see the. Actually, the Queen of Hearts. Normally is the Ultra that Eugenia goes for. Especially because you're incentivized to keep a high. Sorry, the Grasp will go first, hit for 4. And the Cat's Cradle will hit for something. We'll hit for what, 7, potentially up to 9, depending on how the discard goes. But yeah, I guess this is the Ultra you want to go for against Marathi, so this is actually well spotted by Zain. This is probably because Marathi is not super incentivized to keep high hand size. And on top of that, both Shimmer of Madisons are down, so Hanging by a Thread is not going to be transformed basically for the rest of the game. So Zain going for the higher damage Ultra instead, because this Queen of Hearts, I mean, it's going to win combat a lot of the time. I'm surprised that Jalen actually went for the Wild... Oh, gee, the Wild Swing Grasp actually makes complete sense there with the Crushing Might. Would have been 8-speed Grasp to outspeed the 7-speed Queen of Hearts. Which is actually, I believe, both copies are down, so actually doesn't matter. RIP card tracker, by the way. But yeah, Eugenia just out to just a massive lead here. Is Jalen just kind of... He's just kind of going for... Or they're just kind of going for it, right? Really, really aggressive game plan. Unfortunately, not really working out for Jalen here. Down 19-7, and 19-7 is not the health total you want to be at when you're Morathi, just because, I mean, we discussed this before. Just take a look at all these cards, right? These cards are all meant to trade. Jalen doesn't really have the health totals to trade here. And we're going to see the Fates Crossing boosted. Jalen spending all of his resources on this boost to declare a Wild Swing. Only has 2 cards left, so doesn't even have the full options here. It's going to be the Revenger into the Wearlight. Wild Swing Wearlight is pretty bad. It's pretty brutal. That card's going to go... the Revenger, at the very least, is going to build a Deliberative Gauge and force Eugenia to take a downturn as well, because you're going 2 cards out. But the Wearlight, I mean... If we get a match here, Morathi's sitting at 1 HP. Looks like no match, at least. So Morathi has 3 HP. The difference between 3 HP and 1 HP is not significant, though. Unless Morathi happens to Wild Swing a block off the top. Reminder, Morathi is just out of cards in deck, in hand, so we'll be just going completely random here. Eugenia drops a Grasp and a Focus, not the most useful cards in this scenario. Technically, oh, okay. I guess Zain chose those, but no, it is Jalen that chooses those. We'll drop the Plot Hook and the Grasp, so the Focus is now a card in hand. Yep, that's a thing that Eugenia has, although I do expect Eugenia to maybe CC here. Maybe CC4, drawing... Oh, just striking with the Focus. Interesting. Morathi cannot use his ability. He is just, normally, he is just Wild Swing. Just a regular Wild Swing. I'm pretty sure you just had to straight up Wild Swing. Just get some confirmation on that. But I'm pretty sure Morathi's just supposed to straight Wild Swing there. And then that triggers the reshuffle after this ability timing. So I don't think you're going to be able to use this ability as Morathi on defense here. But looks like they're just gonna get some confirmation from someone who knows what they're talking about. Not me. I haven't played. I don't play this game at all. But someone who actually knows what they're talking about here. Surprised to see Zain strike with the Focus here instead of just going for a CC. But I guess Focus is a decent strike. If Jalen's not able to get the 3 cards off the top. Unfortunately, I don't play. I'm not a Season 1 player, so I actually have no idea. Well, I mean, I have some idea. I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed to do that, but... Just waiting on some confirmation from someone. Oh man, it has been a long while since I've casted, since I've even looked at Exceed, if I'm being honest. Been busy doing other things. And also, looks like other people are busy doing other things too. So this isn't the Breakfast Club server, right? This is not in level 99. Alright, normal Wild Swing, no ability. It's the Shadow of Death. Shadow of Death adds to hand. And, well, we just go again, right? Grasp is not going to do it. Zain with Eugenia takes it. Game 1. This is a best of 3, I believe. Not a ton of cards here would have cut it, actually. Like, you need, like, a cross to live. A dive would have lived. And obviously something like a spike as well. But no, Zain with Eugenia, able to lock out Marathi here quite well. Got some like, basically this was just like a big brawl fest, right? Which is why I'm a little bit shocked that Eugenia was able to come out on top. But what was the big turn? The big turn was definitely that sweep, right? That sweep was definitely one of the turning points, or just like 6 unanswered damage because the Ivory Ghost something impalement, I believe. One of the Ivory Ghosts got stunned out. And they just took a big lead from there. Like, Marathi, not really a character that needs a lot of resources in hand, but still just didn't have what was necessary, I guess, to beat out the Eugenia. But anyway, this is the best of 3 sets. I believe Eugenia can no longer be used by Zain. So we're going to be seeing either the Lily or the Jeanette from Zain. Jalen, they can re-up with the Marathi. But no, actually going to the Reese. Okay, so we actually have a full Season 1 versus Season 1 matchup in display. Lily's actually the one Season 1 character I have not played a game with yet. I've played in one with every single Season 1 character, but I just kind of stopped before Lily for some reason. I don't know, it didn't really seem that appealing to me, and I'm pretty sure everyone else had already like given up on this challenge anyway. So yeah, let's do this. Look at this production value here. We got pictures. I'm pretty sure the Reese picture looks very off center though. Like, it needs to be shifted like 20 something to the right. Can I do that now before the game starts? Probably not. Oh, we should probably look at these characters anyway instead of fiddling around with the setup here. So Reese is a character, very cool character actually, pretty strong. Reese is a character that basically just gets advantage a whole lot. I'll take a look at the cards here for Reese. We have DP. We have like this kind of bad card. We have Backstep and Lunge is an insanely good boost. We have Chivalry, which is a Tatsu. We have a Guarded Dive and the Gaunt Defender. We have CQC, and we have, what is this? We have that like reverse King Knight boost. And Lily, on the other hand, Zoner, right? So Lily's normals have +0 to 1 range, wild. On backside, pretty sure it's +0 to 2. And her retreats are also, they cost less. So definitely Scream Zoner here. I'll take a look at some of her cards here. We have kind of this 1-2-7, I don't know what they're called. It's kind of like a Raijin Knife, except a little bit slower. We have Hair Trigger, which is just a speed 6 fireball that just exists as we see. Jalen, they drop the Sovereign Glory to move 2 spaces into range 2. Obviously, you don't want to be too far away from this character because this character will just blow you up. We have like a really fast fireball here. We have another one of these shapes where it's another push. Wow, push the opponent 4 spaces. Ignores armor, like whatever, but like pushes the opponent 4 spaces. Mugshot feels like, we see the parry come out here from Zain. Parry whiffs. We see a hand of EX Ballista, Gaunt Defender, Spike, and Checkmate. Okay. This is not the hand I was expecting to see when Reese moved to range 2, but I mean, Reese probably has to move to range, close to range anyway. Let's see the Backstep and Lunge come out. Retreat 2 before close 2, just a very good boost here. Like, before close 2 just breaks the speed curve so much. Mugshot is a card that looks like it wouldn't hit a lot, but actually like randomly does. Somersault also like just get out of jail free card. It's like Bison Teleport. Bullet Barrage Just randomly does 7 power. Cool. Reload, decent boost. Taking aim, insane boost. Magic bullet just randomly just wins games as well. Cheap as well, but 7 power, 7 speed. Wild. As we see Jalen go for the backstep and lunge block. So the sweep will go first. Yeah, okay, these guys are just... Yeah, sweep hits because it's Lily, so this sweep hits 1 to 4. Zain forgot he was Lily when playing this card. I don't know. I guess it makes sense, because, I mean, Reese is going to close in anyway. But yeah, okay, block happens. Looks like we discard the second Gaunt defend, or second Ballista for it, or something like that. I don't know. But the block happens. Jalen down only 2 cards in hand, which is a little bit spooky. Yep, decides to prep back up. Lily does the same. Now, notably, Lily's Grasp hits at range 2, which is probably going to incentivize Reese to do something like play a lot more focuses at range 2, especially with the... What's that other card? Double tap as well. Focus is the card that is like really, really stretched thin against Lily. And I'm pretty sure Reese doesn't have any additional you cannot be moved cards. He does not. Those aren't Lily's. Those aren't Reese's cards. These are Reese's cards. But no, he doesn't have anything like that. So yeah. Each time the opponent moves, they take 1 damage per space move. This damage does not get stunned. It gets teched right away. It's the boost in the Wild Bunch. This is a big payout card. Wow. It's like, wow, it's insane. And yeah, here's the double tap that comes out. Once when checkmate's not going to do it. Chivalry will, like, bring Reese back somewhat. So this double tap will do 2 damage. Will not stun the Chivalry, which will move back in. And yeah, Reese now finds himself back at range 4, which means he's going to have to move in again. And yeah, this is the power of a character like Lily, right? Just able to bleed the opponent of resources. The second Sovereign Glory goes down, moving to range 2 again. Interestingly enough. I mean, I think Zain just strikes with like a cross or something if he has it. Imagine if it's like a second double tap. Nope, it is going to be a strike from Zain. Could even just be a grasp. It's going to be the dive. Oh, calls out the Gaunt Defender. So the dive, of course, hits 1 to 2. Will dive over the slow that Reese was playing here. The Gaunt Defender will miss. Of course, because it got dove over. Not stunned out, though, so we do get the close at least. For Zain, but for Jalen. But so far, things are looking very good for Zain. We're going to see the Hail Mary reading come out here for Jalen. Hail Mary reading whiffs. We see a hand of EX Cross, EX Hair Trigger, and Assault. Weird looking hand. Maybe Lily just wild swings this. That's a weird looking hand. I don't think you commit an EX Cross here. Jalen only has 1 card. Literally, you boost Cross, and then Jalen's gonna throw their hands up, be like, what to do here, right? This is a really aggressive gameplay from Jalen, and so far it's not working. Oh, Lily's just gonna commit the X cross here. Okay, gets grass for it. Not the best result here for Zain, but I think ultimately it's gonna be okay. Okay, pushing Lily away. I guess the hand is known, but still. Pushing Lily away, boosting light. Okay, this makes sense. Lily, of course, will exceed. Lily's normal is now at plus 0 to 2 range. Very cool. Good luck dealing with that. We're gonna see the Just Keep Shooting boosted. Discard your hand, then draw up till you have 6 cards in hand, then strike. So I mean, normal attacks Lily does have plus 2 effective range. So breaks the speed curve here a little bit, right? A grasp hits at range 3, which would counteract the light boost that was played by Jalen here. I'm pretty sure Reese does not have a buff curve options at range 3. Yeah, I don't think he does. Yeah, he does not. Jalen gonna challenge on speed here. Unfortunately, gets grasped out. That is pretty sad. Only 3 damage, but Reese now finds himself all the way back here at range 5. Just has to prep. Lily probably, I mean, gonna strike again. Spikes like 3 here. Like, she has range 3 mixed up at range 5. What a character. Yep, and there's the spike. The Night Wave will actually dodge the spike, interestingly enough. If Reese chooses to move back 1, and yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen here. Spike will miss. Now Reese finds himself at range 6. Runs into range 3. Range 6 was actually like somewhat safe. You really only have to deal with like, oh, you have to deal with the bullet barrage as well, and the as well as the hair trigger. So maybe not the safest, but. And now we see the taking aim come out. This is just comical range here. Plus 0 to 3 range, plus 1 speed. Jalen will match, or will try to supersede the speed with the light boost, but I mean, Lily just striking anyway. Will Lily go fast again? I don't think it's gonna be a grasp, maybe special. Yeah, it's the double tap. The double tap will push just out of the way. Now standing at range 7 will beat the Wild Swings. What was that? The Wild Swing Spike, I believe. Jalen just like dying. This is like death by 1,000 cuts here from Lily. Lily doesn't really have big red numbers, right? I mean, she does have a couple, right? I mean, Magic Bolt does do 7, and then you can boost these up. But outside of that, the red numbers aren't big. But man, this character is annoying to fight. We see the invitation come out. The opponent must move 1 space, then you may move 1 space, then strike. So now initiating a strike at reach 6. So nothing hits here for Jalen. So not really sure why we're striking here or what even we're striking with. We are relatively safe at range 7. We're now getting hit by things at range 6. I don't really know what their game plan is. Maybe they're just going to strike with like a Gallant Defender to try to move in. Like moving into range 3 and then passing turn just feels really bad here if you are Reese. So, not really sure what this would be. It is the dive. Dive will jump right into that bullet barrage, and of course this bullet barrage can do a decent amount of damage. Let's see how overloaded it can get. Just gonna discard the dive. This will be a 5 damage bullet barrage. Of course, dive has 1 to 3 here, so that's not a mistake. This is a passive ability, not just a strike ability, like Hilda. Let's see, prep, come out back to Lily. And I mean, Lily just has so much. She has a grasp left. She doesn't have a ton left, actually. I feel like I'm not doing a good job with the tracker, but there's a decent amount of stuff left. I'm pretty sure I didn't track the card until the reload, whatever. Lily just preps here. I mean, range 3 grasp is unbeatable. Reese is going to have to move it at some point. And then just hope that he doesn't get pushed away with the excessive force. We did see Jalen use a reading I don't think that's the play. I don't think your focuses just feel like they're so thinly stretched that you can't actually go for. You can't go for a reading, especially as a character without another. You cannot be pushed or pulled. You just can't go for a reading, I think. So we see the parry come out. The parry whiffs. We see a hand of Excessive Force, EX Mugshot, Wild Bunch, Sweep, Magic Bullet. Wonder what the parry was on. Was parry on maybe the... Oh no, it wasn't on Excessive Force. Was parry on Grasp? I would guess by this hand? Wait, Jalen does have one reading left, so... Parry was Spike. Huh. I don't really get that parry personally, but we see the taking aim come out, plus 0-3 range, plus 1 speed. Jalen boosting fierce, like he's gonna hit, but now this excessive force is just free, and basically you're not gonna get value out of this fierce. There's no way you're getting value out of this fierce, right? No, 0 way. This fierce was a null turn from Jalen, and yeah. The excessive force will push Reese back to range 7. The Gout Defender will get stunned out, so can't even move back in with anything. As we see the run come out from Jalen, running back into range 3. This is looking absolutely brutal for Jalen here. Just not really a fan of the resource game here in general. The reading hits, focus gets swept. At the very least, you only take 4 damage, but you lose your focus, you lose your chivalry. That's game over. I mean, I feel like it was game over a while ago, but it's just that Lily really does a good job. She does a good job of suffocating her opponents, right? And Jalen has really been unable to keep up a good resource game. So we see the draw 3 and strike on the Gauntlet Fury come out here. On Ambitious. So we see a hand of Assault and Gout Defender. Jalen will draw 2 more unknown cards and will strike here. Meanwhile, you can see me struggle with the card tracker because it's been over a month since I've casted a game. Just go for the Wild Swing. Wild Swing Grasp will beat out the Gout Defender. From hand. Gout Defender will at least move Reese back into range 2, but I mean, it's 28-4. That's just very, very sad. Right, you need these focuses to prevent the pushes, but we see the Somersault come in. Lily now hops to the other side of the board. Reese now sitting at range 4, and I mean, this is hopeless. I don't foresee a way that Reese can get back into this. Just has to prep even. Lily gets a free strike here if she wants it. We'll go for the Suppressing Fire. Apparently this does lethal damage. Good to know, I guess. Oh man, Lily has 6 cards left, and we don't know what those 6 are because we have not been doing a good job of tracking. But it's safe to say Lily has basically won this game, and has won this game like 20 minutes ago even. Literally can't even move. I didn't realize that this damage was lethal. That's so rude. That's so crazy. Season 1, man. Just balance is whack. Just weird abilities all over the place. Jalen preps again. If Lily strikes with a spike, then that's just game over. It's the Bullet Barrage, does get blocked at the very least. So Saving Grace here. Lily doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. It's only 3 power. Maybe you just don't pump this at all. But like, I don't know. I feel like I don't like this strike. I don't like this Bullet Barrage. I feel like you could have gotten more value out of this Suppressing Fire than that. Discards the Mugshot, forcing Jalen to spend Force. Spends a Checkmate to take only 1 damage. So we see Jalen run into range 1. As we see big CC now for Lily. CC 7, drawing 8 looks like. So we see a hand of Excessive Force, Focus, and Spike. So we'll have a no normal in hand at end of turn. Drops Spike, interestingly enough. But I guess Spike drop makes sense, because what's Reese gonna do with a reading focus here, right? Kind of sad to drop the Spike though, because I feel like that was like the easiest win con, but like whatever. Not the end of the world here. You're up 28-4. It's totally fine. Just Zain just all over it. All over poor Reese in this matchup. Looking pretty good, honestly. Looking pretty strong. Of course, it's a Season 1 to Season 2 tournament, so there's gonna be jank, but so we see the Street Justice functioning as a light here. So Lily's Exceed mode, so this is gonna be +2 speed. +2 speed at range 1. Doesn't really help a whole lot. We see Zain go for a reading here. Read hits. It's a grasp into the assault. Well, Reese is not dead yet. I'm shocked that Zain went for a reading that didn't kill. But, okay, I mean, Reese has 1 HP. Really all of this is just kind of formalities, and has been for a while now. Unfortunately for Jalen. So yeah, once Zain wins his match, he will be in losers round 5, can be fighting the winner of Moriarty and the loser of Hans and Polterghost. For some reason, they haven't played their match, and yeah, okay, this is... Oh, Ixassault... Yeah, Ixassault loses. That is... Or Ixassault beats whatever this is. That is going to be game number 2, going to Zain as well. Zain takes set 2-0, and this one was... I mean, the Marathi game was pretty dominating, but this one was an absolute roll. Just Reese unable to get anything going, just got zoned out the entire game, and didn't really have enough resources to combat the pressure that Lily was putting on with the double taps and all that. But yeah, Zain will be fighting the winner of Moriarty and the loser of Hans and Polter, who for some reason haven't played their match yet, but whatever. I mean, the TO doesn't care, so whatever. And I believe will be the loser's semis, something like that. But yeah, Zain looking pretty good here with the Eugenia and Lily. Of course, Jalen, I believe this was a loser's match, so Jalen is out of the tournament. I think they get... What place did they get? Tied for 4th? That's pretty good. It's not bad. I don't know how many people... I don't really know how many people entered this tournament, but tied for 4th is not really not bad. I think it's the first time I've seen Jalen play. I think I casted with Jalen before. They were fun to cast with, but I don't think I actually have seen them play. But definitely Zain, definitely looking like the stronger player today, for sure here, with 2 rather dominant victories over Jalen. But anyways, that's it for me. Sorry for the card tracker. I mean, I feel like I have to apologize for the card tracker every single time because I just don't have the, especially because it's been over a month since I've casted. I just don't have the bandwidth to cast and have a functioning card tracker at the same time. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, feel free to like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Don't know if I'll be catching any more of this tournament. I just kind of happened to catch it, so I did. Just happened to be around when this match was happening. So, but I don't know if I'll be taking a look at more of this tournament. It's kind of weird. I don't really like season one's not the most, for me at least. Season one's not the most enjoyable to watch, especially with some of the characters that are being picked here. So I don't know if I'm going to be looking at more of this, but this is the only XC tournament actually happening. Because Chimera's gone AWOL. Hope she's okay, but so the October tournament was supposed to start. You know, obviously it's October 7th today, but the October tournament was supposed to start, I think, earlier this week. But Chimera's been missing, so the signups for it never happened. So this is actually the only XC tournament going on. So I mean, maybe we'll take a look at other games here. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.